Hey guys, it's Ricardo and welcome to another blog tech tips. And of course today guys I'm gonna have another cool tutorial for you guys, and today I'll be showing you how to restore the classic editor to WordPress. Now this is for those who actually create websites, and of course you're using the WordPress platform. So guys, if you have already know or you do not know already, if you were to look at the WordPress platform as I'm about to show you here, WordPress 5.0, aka Gutenberg, actually uses the new block style format. So if you were to look here, you'll notice that everything is done in blocks. And of course, if you want to add new elements, you'd have to come over here and click. And of course, there are several options right here as to the new block format. Now, some people might like or dislike this new block format. I'm going to show you to restore the classic editor to WordPress. Now there are two ways to do this. There's a simple way, and of course there is the longer method. I'll show you both. The first thing you want to do guys is just go over here and where you see in the WordPress dashboard in the plugins section, just simply go over to plugins and basically go to new or add new. Once you click on that guys, just give it a little while to load. And once you're here guys, you'll see the options over here. I want you to go over to this section over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to search for classic editor. So let's go ahead and type in classic editor. That's CLASSICEDITOR. And of course, once you do that, it should search. And once it does, just look for the first option over here that says classic editor. And classic editor is just created by the WordPress contributors. That's the WordPress team, and you can go ahead and install now. Or of course guys, you could go over to Google and just search classic WordPress plugin. And once you do that, you can go ahead and search, and the first option should be it. And you could download it by clicking download here. A zip file will be downloaded to your PC. You can save this to your desktop. And once you save it to your desktop, what you can do for the long method is to come back to WordPress, and you could go ahead and hit upload. And once you hit upload guys, you can browse, select desktop and install now, and go ahead and activate the plugin. But of course that's a manual method. It's always good to have a secondary method. But of course I'm just going to cancel this method, as this method this longer method is not necessary. So you can just go ahead and install now, and once it's installed, just go ahead and activate. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do the same. So I'm going to install now. And notice once it's installed, just go ahead and hit activate for the classic editor. And once it's activated guys, you should see classic editor with the option in the screen that says activate. All right, now if we were to go over to a post, as I'm going to show you in a minute now, and once you are here, you'll notice that I'm in a new post, as I just did, and I open up a post. And what you're seeing here guys is that you can see we are restored to the classic editor. So in other words, everything has been restored to its default classic option. So nothing has changed. It's the same website, but now you'll notice we are now on the classic editor. If you want to change the settings, that's quite easy as well. You can go in at any time and switch between both modes. Just simply go to settings. You're going to go to writing. So that's setting in the lower left hand corner. Go to writing. And once you're on writing, just know here it says right here. It gives you the option between WordPress classic editor and the block editor. The block editor is Gutenberg's or WordPress 5.0 new mode, but you can keep it on classic or switch between as you would like. Likewise too, you could of course in the menu on Gutenberg, once it's installed, switch back to the classic method back and forth. So the option is yours. Alright, so that's it basically on how to switch. So I'm going to keep mine on classic. And if I want, I can actually switch back and forth. And the classic editor is quite flexible. Everything will work. And as said, you could learn the new one if you want. And just a few notes. The classic editor will be available or be supported by the WordPress team up till the year 2022, or of course as long as it's necessary. So already a lot of people have downloaded the editor as a date of making this video. Over 2 million active downloads, and of course it's last updated in 4 weeks, and you can expect that over time more and more active downloads will be here. In a few weeks you come back, and of course you can look here, notice the rating is very high. Most people, 419, gave it 5 stars and so on and so forth, as it's created by the WordPress team. And of course it gives you several options. You can look at them here. You have admin rights. You can choose which user uses which interface and so on. And it's a great plugin all around. I highly recommend it, especially if whether or not you would want to use, or you can basically use both. Having the flexibility works quite well, especially if you have older plugins that does not integrate well with the new block format. Alright, I won't talk anymore. I'll just end the video right here. This is Ricardo from Block Tech Tips with another quick tip saying bye until next time. Bye.